It's a beautiful day up the Oregon coast. Families are out enjoying themselves. Looks like the birds on Haystack Rock are enjoying themselves as well. But not all encounters between wildlife and people are happy ones. These birds were killed by automobiles driving too fast on the beach. This bird died from ingesting plastic found on the beach. Another was tangled in abandoned fish line and died a slow, agonizing death. This common nerve became entangled with a fish net. Luckily, it was freed. Here's one that was intentionally shot, but was rescued and treated. And this bird died with chemical burns on his feet.
I did this probably out of selfish reasons because it makes me feel good. I want to give back because there are 7 billion humans on this planet, and we have an extraordinary impact on every other life form that exists on this earth. Wildlife Center of the North Coast evolved over about 10 years. Prior to that, I had worked for a law firm in Portland for 25 years. During that period, I received a sabbatical, and I used that sabbatical to volunteer my time at the Oregon Zoo. I came to this region specifically because there was no wildlife rehab support along the central or north Oregon coast or for southwest Washington, and that is the geographic area that we serve. We just fed our large seabird enclosure. It includes brown pelicans, cormorants, and a variety of the gull species. And the brown pelican, a high-profile species, has been on the endangered species list for about 40 years, and it was taken off that list last year. Their population has rebounded from close to extinction, and they were having problems with DDT toxicity, eggshell thinning, the same issues that also affected populations of the peregrine falcon and the American bald eagle, which were also delisted last year.
I was the neighbor that she moved next to. I knew that she was going to be doing something with wildlife or with nature, returning the property to nature, and met her and discovered she was actually going to be helping injured wildlife. Being a good neighbor was what I first thought of. I said, well, I can help, just give me a call anytime. I then found out that she was going to have the hospital be part of a single-wide mobile home that was on the property, and I helped her move equipment into there, helped her get the plumbing right and fix some electrical things and that kind of physical stuff. And I remember the first actual encounter with animals for her was she called up like 9 o'clock after dark one day and said, could you come over and help? I have a bird here that I have to, that just got in.
Seabirds are very challenging to rehabilitate. They live in a very harsh environment. They encounter different issues that are both natural and human caused. We feed the birds of prey what their natural diet would be. Because the one red-tailed hawk has a beak that's been damaged so badly, we cut his food up so he doesn't have to rip and tear. This bird was highly emaciated and close to death by the time someone found him and we got him. And so we built a prosthetic lower beak for him so that he can eat while his other one is growing out. Hey, big girl. It's okay. You're all right. Good. So this is a mature female bald eagle. She came to us almost a year ago, and she had an old healed fracture of the left leg, and it healed very poorly, but you can't really re-break a healed fracture and have it come out right. So we just left it. She came in because during her healing process in the wild, she contracted aspergillosis, which is a fungal infection of her lungs. So she had some severe respiratory issues going on that we diagnosed and successfully treated. And she was in our flight cage getting ready to be released. And we went out one day and found that she had broken the leg that was initially broken in a spot below the old healed fracture. The fracture had healed in the wild at such an angle that it put stress on the leg and rebroke in a different area. So we're trying to mend that second fracture to that leg and see if we can get her back out again.
Just a few months ago, whenever she had her open house, I went there and they were soliciting for volunteers, and so I thought, well, this would be really neat, something to do. And I was very impressed with the facility at the open house. They had a really good turnout, and the whole facility is very impressive with the new hospital and all the flight cages. We come and we help Charnel with cleaning out the cages, and that does kind of sound like it'd be not a lot of fun, but actually it's really a lot of fun, because to clean out the cages you have to interact with the birds. And so you grab them and you put them in the tub of water, and they're water birds, so they love to splash around, and it's really a blast just to see them splashing around in the water. You get to interact with a lot of wildlife that you would never get a chance to see up close. So that's one of the things that I find most rewarding. With Charnel's work, it's kind of, like I was saying, a pure experience. You just show up and you work directly with the birds. There's no overhead whatsoever. And you go away feeling good. So that's pretty rare these days. And I think Charnel doesn't like to ask for help. And, you know, she's one tough lady, but she could definitely use all the assistance that she's, I mean, it's just funny, we were talking about she's going down to Newport to try and figure out how to pick up a ton of salmon, and it's packaged in the wrong way, and she has to somehow get it from Newport to a blast freezer in Seaside, and she doesn't have the right stuff or enough people, or, you know, and trying to put that all together is just one of the things she does every single day of the week. And I don't know how she does it. She could use like an army to help her.
Hello, Wildlife Center. Hi, Brian. You're at Jewel Elk Refuge. You found a bald eagle on the road. Okay, have you secured him yet? Okay, why don't you let me come help you capture him? Can you keep an eye on him until I arrive? Okay, I'll be about 20 minutes away. I need to load up some eagle equipment, and then I'll be there, okay? Okay, hang tight. Thank you.